Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a magic review. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here today. We got a brand new one from Lewis LeVal. This is BANGARANG. That's right, BANGARANG. What was Rufio, right? Rufio, didn't he say BANGARANG in Hook? Yeah, I think that was his, or they all said that. Well, they all said Rufio. I don't know. What was it? Rufio, BANGARANG? It was in there. It was in Hook, right? What a great movie, right? Because in Hook, the kids sit around the table and there's no food, and they talk about how in Neverland, you can just think things into existence, right? Think things into reality. And that is what Lewis LeVal has done with this trick. You're gonna start off with two jokers with a hole punched all the way through. When you line them up, you can see all the way through the holes. And with just a flick, the spectator's card appears visually in between. Like they'll see the card materialize, and when you fan the jokers, there's their card right there in between the two jokers. With just as fast as it came, you can make it vanish and then appear in a random place. You could do card to impossible location at the very end. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with this. 32 minutes of tutorial plus gimmicks. This is cool. All right, so let's say you head on down to Lewis LeVal's website. You pay $35 for BANGARANG. What are you gonna get? You get the little yellow box that I showed you earlier. You'll get all the gimmicks you need. All the gimmicks are included, and you're gonna get a full 32-minute tutorial. All right, so is it what I thought? No, because this is what you get. Well, I mean, you get more than this, but like literally, these are just two jokers with a hole in them, and you can hand these out to be examined. Guys, these aren't gimmicked. And no, you don't mod them. He doesn't give you like a little pile of arts and crafts stuff and say, here, you make it. That is not what's going on here. There's no threads, no magnets, there's no black art, there's no white art. This is what you get. So are the gimmicks well made? Yes, they are well made, and they're obviously made with care, and he's even gonna teach you how to repair or replace them should you need to. All right, so how's the video? How's the 32 minutes? You're gonna get a link that'll take you to a web page that has some different YouTube links, right? Some YouTube hyperlinks. But the main download is 32 minutes. It's all very well edited, nice transitions, nice shots. A couple of times during the explanations, you hear some ambient noise like outside traffic and some kids playing. As far as what they teach you, there's an intro. They go over what's in the box, how the gimmick works. He shows you the main handling, and he'll show you a few ways to force a card. Yes, your card force will be the same every time. He'll talk about various ways to do the vanish and the appearance, and I think he gives you about 6 different options. He'll teach you how to DIY a vanishing force card from the deck. There's some repair, and he'll even teach you how to make your own custom jokers, and there's some final words and crediting. Pocket space, you could keep this all in the tuck case. So if you're gonna do the trick the way he does it, you could have your deck set up to force a card, plus you could keep the 2 jokers and the gaff there inside, so you could keep it all together. You don't need a full deck to do the trick. And if you were able to ditch all your gimmicks, I guess you could go and use your deck in some normal tricks. But yeah, you could keep it all nice and tidy in a tuck box. I think that would be a great way to carry it. All right, so how are the angles? There are some angles, and I guess it could flash depending on how well versed you were with the gimmick. But I think the more you practice with it, and the more you watch your angles in a mirror, the gimmick should do some of the heavy lifting for you and really keep you from flashing. So I would say if you're flashing, you haven't practiced enough. Can it be inspected? The jokers can, and really that's the only thing the spectators know exist, right? They're gonna see the force card appear and then vanish. At the end, you're not gonna have a force card to give them to examine. So if they say, can I see those 2 jokers? Absolutely, you can hold them out and they can inspect them. All right, so how hard is this? Like I said, for the most part, the gimmick's going to do some of the heavy lifting for you. But sure, there's some sleight of hand involved. And I would think that if you're an intermediate card magician and you know your way around some packet tricks, all the handling should be fairly easy for you to do. Nicholas really does hold your hand through those 32 minutes. And like I said, he gives you 6 different options as far as vanishes and appearance. So that makes the whole trick very modular, right? You can kind of pick and choose how you want the cards to appear and disappear. He even gives you a very simple way to force a card at the very end. So I think he's got your bases covered. Setup and reset. Like I said, the gimmick's ready to go right out of the box. So ready to go. And if you can just force a card, then you don't need to do anything. If you want to make the DIY gimmick that allows your force card to vanish from the deck, that's all you'd have to do, and you might even know what that is. Positives, I think the cool thing about this trick is I think it works both in real life as a full fleshed out routine, but then you could just take the gimmicks over to social media and do it as an appearance and a vanish with no explanation, no trick. You could just show the 2 jokers, show the card appear, show it, and then show it visually vanish. You could do it as a little 60-second, viral video if you wanted to, on TikTok or Instagram. But then you could take those props and work it into a full fleshed out routine with pattern and everything like that. And it holds itself up in both. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? Like I said, I guess you could flash. Earlier I mentioned there's no thread and there's no magnets, and that's true, there isn't. And usually what thread and magnets do is they ensure things happen, right? But there's also negatives to using those types of things. And so I think if you, like I was saying about angles and practice, I think if you find yourself flashing, or if somebody says, hey, what was that? I think that's just a sign that you need to go back to go back to the drawing room and practice some more and work on your angles. And I would say that about everything. I don't care how many times you see an advertisement for a magic trick, or you read ad copy and they say self-working or no sleight of hand. That doesn't negate practice. You need to practice all your tricks with patter, in the mirror until you can fool the mirror, and then for a trusted friend until you can fool your trusted friend. Please do not buy a trick and then perform it same day, okay? You have got to practice tricks. Practicing tricks is what keeps exposure down and what elevates all of magic. So please always practice your tricks. Is it worth your money? It is $35, right? 35 bucks. And like I said, you're getting 3 custom-made gimmicks. So even though the jokers aren't gimmicked, they are still very clean. Like, they are really nice cutout circles, both matching jokers. And there is a little bit going on with the jokers that is undetectable. So you're getting that plus the custom gimmick, plus the 35 minutes of tutorial. So you're getting a lot. So I think Nicholas did a good job. And that's everything. That's everything I can say about Bangarang from Nicholas Lawrence. And I hope I've answered some questions, or at least introduced you to a trick that you didn't know anything about. And if that's the case, you can always do me a favor. Hit like, subscribe, and follow. Mash all those buttons. That really helps me out a lot. And big, huge thanks to Nicholas Lawrence for allowing me to have this trick so that I could do the review for you. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, hey, and one more thing. I know you've seen me in my videos wear this shirt a lot, the Magic Orthodoxy brand shirt. And I don't know if you know this, but this is not just a merch shirt. This is not just a shirt that has my brand. This is actually a magic trick. This is a magic reveal t-shirt that is available exclusively at my Teespring store. It was actually designed in Melbourne, Australia, and it is your 30-minute secret weapon. Because it looks like a seemingly innocent vintage tee, but all over this are 6 different magic reveals. So you got ESP reveals, coins, cards, the toxic forces on here, even a movie, and a lot more. You can use this as the grand finale of your entire close-up act. It's available in maroon, black, and gray. And I have another YouTube video that completely explains how to do a reveal for each one of these tricks. So I actually have a magic tutorial for this t-shirt on my channel. So it's there. It tells you all about it if you want to learn more. Or you can just go down to any one of the graphics that are down there. That'll take you out to the Teespring store if you click one of those. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support.